going to do a Google Earth virtual paranormal tour of one of my favorite haunted places, the Birdcage Theater in Tombstone, Arizona. And I'm going to kind of pan you around here. Now, this is kind of an unusual thing because in the downtown area of Tombstone, they have the roads blocked off. It's only for horse and carriage or for reenactors to have shootouts. So it's really kind of nice because people park on the sides and then you can go up and down the street all you wish, which is really kind of nice and liberating. Unless you got to watch out for the horse poo, though. Here is the theater. It's right there. It's not a very big building. When it comes to actually doing ghost investigations there, my advice is to try to do it on a Sunday night if you can, because the clubs and the people are gone and the street's a little bit quieter. Building is sort of a frame building with some sort of a stucco over it. But what's the problem is inside there's 3 levels for the gaming. This was an old gaming and a whorehouse of long ago, and many people were shot and killed there. In fact, recently a very beloved employee who worked there was shot out just outside of there on the streets of Tombstone, so it seems almost like a cursed place. The 3 levels inside are open to each other somewhat, so if you have a team in there and they're on different levels, you're going to be hearing people from other floors. So my advice is what I did when I ran an investigation here. I had people go in groups of 2. It was only 2 of them together, and they stayed together the whole time as they went through the different levels. We had the place covered very well for audio, so many recorders and so much video. So we had it really well covered to be able to ensure that there was nobody on any other level. Nobody had snuck into the building after hours. Nobody had come out of an office or anything like that. So once you have the place pretty secure, what you find can be very interesting. The night that I was there doing an investigation, we had a lot of disembodied voices within the room right beside us. One of them, I actually felt the breath on my face, so it was almost like an invisible person had spoken. We all jumped and were a little bit startled. We weren't expecting to hear disembodied voices. Usually we get a lot of EVPs, which we know is electronic voice phenomena, where you get a recording of something that you didn't hear audibly at the time. So it was a very weird place, very strange feelings. I think the place is very active, and I think part of the reason it's very active is that underneath those streets there are lots of tunnels filled with copper and other wonderfully conductive metals. So I think it just sets itself up as a very interesting place to sort of retain a history and memories. At one point in one of the EVP sessions, I decided to take the stand of a soiled dove, and I stood in the room and I said, "Hey boys, I'm the new redhead and I'm giving it away for free tonight." And on EVP, when we played back later, we heard a man with a western drawl say, "Thank you." So you just don't know what you're going to get there, but it is a great place. I highly recommend Tombstone. If you're flying in, if you can fly into Tucson, it's a lot quicker because then the drive to Tombstone is very short. Coming from Phoenix, it's about 3 hours. It is beautiful, and there's also a lot of really good abandoned ghost towns on the way. Fairbank is one that I highly recommend. Great ghost town, very intact, a nice little museum and a shop there and everything. If you feel ambitious, you can go about another 20 miles, I think it is, and you're in Bisbee, which is another really great mining town that's extremely haunted, and it's really charming. It's sort of set up for the yuppie crowd, has a lot of arts and crafts, fine foods, and very rustic and interesting places to stay. And of course, Copper Queen Hotel is most known for being haunted. I also think that the L'Amour Hotel is a pretty darn unsettling place too. But I really recommend that if you go to Tombstone, enjoy the tours. Take the coach tour, see the OK Corral, do the whole shebang, because it really is fun. It is so different than anywhere else in the world. The Old West really comes across at this place. And if you're like me and you like to oogle cowboys, it's a real delight. So enjoy.